go live on Instagram because Instagram right now is saying live video paused. Now, what for this Instagram? Eh? Maybe we should leave Instagram and just face only IG. All right, guys. So the topic is Ada, are you ready?
Okay. We're ready.
And you have to share experiences. Oh, you must share your experiences.
What if I don't have any?
Ada,
Daddy
Ada,
free. Daddy
God is
free.
watching you in 3D. You. Ada,
Daddy free.
Ada.
Okay.
No, no, no. You have to just talk. You have to tell us the truth now. Eh? You just have
So,
to.
what makes you think I'm lying?
Makes me think. I know you.
Oh, wow.
I know you too well, my sis.
Okay. Let's see what's
Okay,
that.
so in all honesty, you're gonna have to share your opinions, more like your truth, with us. Have you ever, at any time in your life, been in a love triangle? Now, what's a love triangle? Um, when you're in love with someone who's in love with someone, or when you're in a relationship with someone who's in a relationship with somebody else, have you ever been in a love triangle? Ada, you start.
Okay. Well, I think yes, I've been, but I didn't know. I didn't know at all, and if I had known, I would never
Now,
be
does this
there.
love triangle of yours involve like someone who is married?
Why you trying to sound like a prophet?
Oh, Ada, the Lord has been ministering to me to
Please give me
tell
lots of
you
little.
about how naughty you've been.
Wow. Okay. Yes, I've been, and when I realized, I ran for my life.
You
I
ran
was
for
dating
your
this
life.
guy. I was dating this guy. I think he was 28, 29. You know, I told you my age range of guys, the guys that I like that age. And he
Yeah.
was 28, 29, quite young and very fine. Okay, I'm saying this like now on the radio. I like fine guys.
Hey, Adobe, the like of fine guys.
But not just fine. I think you should have sense. But yeah, at least I should be attracted to you before getting to know you and then see if we are compatible. So yeah, quite fine. And then we dated for just 6 months, but 2 months into the relationship, I started suspecting that it wasn't genuine. Hiding his phone, some calls not picking, but in his house, it looks like a normal single guy house, no portrait, nothing to even suspect that Baba was married.
Married?
Yeah,
Ada, you've dated a married man before. Oh no, we need to go and do spiritual cleansing for you. No, 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 Ada, no, no, this cannot even work. Oh.
Anyways, calm down. So, 3 months, 4 months into the relationship.
Now, was this relationship physical?
Yeah, physical. We were together, same state. So sometimes he would tell me he want to travel. Okay. And then at night, when I'm back from work, then I wasn't to night shift, so I was still working on the radio. I get back home to 7. I want to talk to my man. Switched off, and then he'll call me back the next day. I'm like, say that whenever you travel, your phone is always off. Like what I do at night, I need to rest. And so I started suspecting that he wasn't real. On one, I think it was in the month of August, a lady called me.
Okay, last month.
No, not last month. Last. No, I won't give you the year. So a lady called me and she was like, I know that you're dating my husband. I was like, what? And she said it again. I was like, who, please? Then she called the name. I was as shocked as wow. So she now said, well, the truth is, I know you don't know because I have gone through you guys' charts and I see that you're asking him if he's seen someone else. You're actually suspecting that. I just want to say he is my husband. I was like, I am so sorry. I have no idea. So I was so mad, and the guy started begging. He has been begging since then till now for me to forgive him. I blocked him everywhere. Please don't call me. It's not my thing. Like, nah, go face your relationship.
So
I
he's
was really
begging you
hurt.
to come back into his life.
Yeah, to like forgive him, but I have. But I told him we can't be friends. Like, I don't want to be talking to you. If you actually met me that you're married, then yeah, we are friends. Just like you, that if you're married, we are friends. We can talk. Nothing is ongoing. Not telling me you're single. Even missing my
Now, at
mom.
any point, did you like this guy enough to take the relationship a step further, like marry
Yeah, he
him?
met my mom.
He met your mom. I'm a married man. Get
Yeah.
mine, dude.
I'm not even joking. He met my mom, met my
Hey!
brother. Hey.
Nah, fam.
It took me a while to like get myself back. I was really heartbroken, but it's one of those things. So now,
How long did
if
it
you're
take you to heal from this?
almost a year.
Now, here's another thing I like to warn people about. From the moment you meet a guy or a girl, start asking questions. That whole, don't you trust me? No. You need to earn my trust.
And if you ask questions from who? I'm the
From,
kind of person I am.
listen, let me ask you a question. What university did you go to?
Crutech, Cross River State University
Of
of Technology.
technology. Fantastic. I will find somebody in that your school and
Wow.
ask about you. What kind of girl was Ada? By the time you ask 4 or 5 people, you will have an idea. Because
Wait,
some
I'm
people
done
say,
with school, so
Ada
where
was
do
an
I ask?
angel, oh, she was born again.
People are,
The next person will say, Ada,
how are you going to meet my school people that is
you will meet people, you will ask questions.
From who?
Let me tell you, those days, you see, the mother role in a relationship, the traditional mother role in a relationship, has been thrown away. But you see, it shouldn't be thrown away. It should be replaced with an equal and more effective, if possible, role. Your mother those days, when you say, I've met this Adao, she's fine, she's short, she's cute, she knows how to make pepper soup. Your mother will say, Your mother will go to her village and start asking questions about their family. They're going to investigate her. First, they get madness for their house. Second, what kind of parents does she have? What kind of family does she come from? Third, do you know how many people they've told those days that, sorry, you cannot marry this girl because this, that. It's the equivalent of today knowing your genotype, knowing your
blood group.
your blood group. You know, these are things, knowing your HIV status, for instance, before you get into a relationship. You've got to do some level of investigation. You've got to guard your heart by actually manually guarding your heart. You know? So,
But God, if it's, I don't know. I'm the kind of person that I like keeping my relationship private. And he was that type of guy too. So I was like, I just met my man. So
never been. I warned somebody about this before. My guy is private. Those are the worst. I've heard stories of women dating men and finding out 5 years later into the relationship that the man was gay. Or the man was married. I have a friend who grew up knowing that his father was the kind of man that would always come home by 4 o'clock. His father was a civil servant, highly placed. Every day, once it's 4 o'clock, the father comes home. No matter what's going on in the world, by 4 o'clock on the dot, the father is at home. Then he used to do a cross program that involved him going to England like 3 times a year. Do you know this man, this boy, did not know that his father had 2 wives
Oh, wow.
until the father's death. His mother was actually the second wife. He thought his mother was the first wife. The mother thought she was the first wife, not knowing that the man had a first wife that was with him in the UK.
Wow.
The first wife's firstborn's first son was older than him. So he was younger than his dad's grandson, and he thought he was firstborn. He was younger than his father's first grandson. And it was a shock to them. Because the guy liked minding his business. You see all those people that mind their business, they are dangerous. So there is a level of minding other people's business that every human being has to, unless it becomes dangerous.
I know. I learned my lesson.
The guy's father is the kind of person that you cannot gossip about anybody to him. If you start any, what's all about that? Why? Not knowing that all along, the guy, even the first wife, did not know he had second wife. As in, the guy was just coded.
Hi.
The first wife, the guy died suddenly of a heart attack, so he could not even arrange anything. Now blow, now they take settle inheritance. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So here's a piece of advice for everybody out there. In the days of old, fine, I know it was a bit intrusive. I know it was a bit forward for your mother to go and start asking questions. And I wouldn't encourage your mother to start asking questions about your wife, because there are things that she'll find out that your wife might not be, that you might be able to deal with, but your mom might not. Let me give you an example. A guy met a lady who was married before but didn't have any kids. The marriage ended because of violence. After about 2 years, they went to court and the marriage ended. Now, the guy met this girl, even though she's been previously married, she's fully divorced and has no kids. So there's no tie with the former husband. They have no property together. They have no business together. They have no children together. It was just a marriage that ended badly. Now, you are more likely to be able to understand if somebody came to me, if my kid came to me and said, I'm getting married to this guy who was married before, divorced. Even if he's married before and had kids, I wouldn't mind. But our previous generation will understand that they'll be asking that inside all the women in the world, why are you somebody that they've married before? Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes making your parents investigate for you might end in disaster, because your parents might not understand what you can deal with. Your parents might, no, we don't do like that. Especially if you come from a very religious family where you say, she's divorced, she still belongs to her husband. Until death do them part, they cannot remarry. And those things scare me, because I know people who their wives left them and remarried. And they told the husband, as in the wife left, remarried, and had kids for the new husband. They told the husband that he cannot remarry unless the wife dies. So when you come from those kind of mentalities, and if you share the mentalities, okay, if you also believe it, that's your perspective, oh, well and good, no problem. But when I don't share it, and then somebody is making decisions on my behalf over a viewpoint that I don't share, then it becomes funny. However, there are people who, how do I put it? There are people who need to be investigated. Everyone actually needs to be investigated. You have to ask questions about me. And don't make the mistake of asking pastor to pray. That's another error that a lot of people make. You go and meet your pastor and tell your pastor, pray about this guy. Half the time, you are a better judge at what fits your destiny than any pastor or imam, because they don't understand what your destiny is.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Someone who didn't understand David's destiny would have probably told him that, don't go to the field, though. There's going to be one guy called Goliath. On so and so day, don't go there. Oh.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Not knowing that his destiny involved him going there. You know, I'll give you an example of how a spiritual leader interpreted something. A guy I know was supposed to travel. Then the spiritual leader came and said he should not travel, that something disastrous was going to happen if he traveled. Do you know this guy traveled? As he was landing, he just felt that, no, I don't believe in all this. So he traveled anyway, because it was his wife that brought the spiritual leader. And the spiritual leader was like, no, if you travel, it's going to be a disaster, blah, blah. And the guy traveled to the UK. As he
Okay.
was getting into the UK, he had a heart attack and fainted.
Wow.
Guess what? Immediately, they were able to call the ambulance. The ambulance came in time, paramedics in time, blah, 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 blah. The guy survived the heart attack, was admitted for about 3 weeks, and he was fine.
Mm.
If this same heart, if he had refused to go to that UK, yes, there was something disastrous that was about to happen. But it
Yeah.
was in his destiny for him to travel, because that thing would have still happened in Nigeria.
Mm.
He never knew he had anything with his heart. He was just living his life. Luckily for him, he was at a place, despite the fact that the disaster happened, he was at a place where he could get help.
True.
Do you understand? I think he required a bit of emergency surgery that could not have been done in Nigeria. So yes, sometimes people, rarely though, most people just play psychology on you and say, this is what happens here, this is what happens there. Sometimes they actually see, or some people have premonitions. I've been able to see into the future before. So I don't take prophecies for granted. But I'm careful who I take prophecies from. Because some people don't understand your destiny, and then they would be the ones to tell you, don't go there, and then that's when you now enter the real trouble. If you understand what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
same thing with relationships. And this is just a piece of advice for those of you just tuning in. Always don't listen to those people that say, trust me, you must trust me. Where do I know
Don't
you from
listen.
that I want to
No.
trust you?
Don't listen.
Where do I know you from? I just met you 2 weeks ago, and I should trust you.
I should
Trust you
trust
based
you.
on what? What am I basing this trust on? So you've got to keep this at the back of your mind all the time. And it's modern to trust. It's the new, it's hip. Okay, no, don't be hip. Because it can be really painful to find out that. There was a joke I heard once. A guy went to meet a lady and said, darling, I'm breaking up with you. And the girl was like, why? Is there another woman? And the guy said, yes, you. So she was the other woman. All along, she thought she was the main woman, but she was the other woman. I want to ask you today, in the relationship you're in, are you the main woman and there's another woman, or the main guy and there's another guy, or are you the other guy?
You know the sad thing, some people would never know.
Because some people like to take other people's words. There's a bit of trust that is necessary for a human being to be a human being. It's very important. However, too much of trust. There's something a friend of mine used to say. He said, the heart that is beating blood in your chest, you don't know the day it's going to fail. Then you want to now trust another human being. If you understand what I'm talking about. So you've got to trust But at the same time, be very careful. So let's ask our callers, have you ever been in a love triangle? Have you ever been the other guy or the other girl in a relationship? Did you date someone who you now found out ended was married, or were you the one that was dating someone and you were married, but you just liked the person and you just couldn't tell them the truth? One thing with me is I have a big mouth. If I'm ever going to date anyone, I will tell them.
Well, you know, some girls, they really don't care.
The worst thing, I think it's better to tell someone that I'm in a marriage and we have issues than to tell them that you are single and they're dating you for being single. Do you know you can actually go to jail in some countries for that?
Oh,
In
really?
India,
Bring that to Nigeria,
in
please.
India, if you tell a woman that you are going to marry her, you promise her marriage, and you sleep with her, and then you don't marry her, it's considered rape.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could put this to Google. So let's take a few
They should bring
calls.
that to Nigeria.
Yes. Let's take a few
Okay.
calls and find out what the perspective is.
700 993 993 993. Have you ever been in a love triangle? Knowingly? Oh, unknowingly. Hello? Oh, dear. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello,
Good evening.
my name is Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, what I just want to contribute concerning this relationship of the parents, for phone, like this morning, where we had got that we was talking about those days when we used to tell our mom to, go check out the family of her,
Yeah.
think marriage, vice versa. But this morning, being more now, I'll always advise you to don't go out with a guy that you don't have access to.
True. I agree.
Okay, somebody here, I want to quickly address this while we're waiting for this. Someone here came and said, Ezra said, I respect Daddy Freeze a lot. I'm his #1 fan. I'm laughing so hard here as I'm far from being a pastor. I just don't want these pastors to bully him. Daddy Freeze is a very courageous man. I've learned a lot from him. Nobody's bullying. My message is not changed. For over a year, my message has moved from a more confront. If you follow the Free Nation, you will know. Our message has not changed. The only difference is we're not attacking people. We disagree with you. Yes, disagreement is normal, but we're not attacking people. Many people who are spurring me on to attack, because I've got a lot of mails and I've decided to address this particular guy. If matter happen, how much money do you have to support us with? Say, okay, let's go and fight someone and it ends up in a legal battle. Do you know how much money pastors have? Are you thinking? Nobody can bully me to be silent. So I will tell you the truth, however it is. But I'm not attacked. I've said this many times before. When people came against my friendship with Apostle Suleiman and they said, Daddy Freeze, you should be fighting. No, why should I be fighting? If you want to fight somebody, fight yourself. Don't pull me onto it. If there's a doctrine I disagree with, if there's a doctrine I don't believe in, if there's something I do not support, I will address it as a doctrine. Especially when it comes from a video or a tweet or text that is made public. If you say it inside your congregation and nobody hears it and they bring it as hearsay, nobody will address it. But as long as your official Twitter handle tweets something, I will address it if I have a contrary opinion. If we can counter the president's opinion or the governor's opinion, I don't see why we cannot counter the opinions of religious leaders. But beyond countering opinions, and politely so, I'm not anybody's bulldog. You want to hire a bulldog, get one. Many people that are shouting, go and fight, go and fight, go and fight, go and fight. Once matter happen, they will disappear. At the end of the day, Nami go still fight my battle by myself. And I thank God from the time I met Reno, and through Reno, I met Apostle Suleiman. I've seen, I've been given an insight into what the church really looks like. And I'm going to address this when we're done on the radio.
If you my man, and even fingerprints, like, what's the big deal? Impute yours as the second fingerprint. Hello? Hello, good morning. You're right. Okay. Nice to meet you. All right, Mr. Ifedayo. Oh, your Daddy Freeze's namesake.
Yes,
Daddy
so
Freeze.
What you are saying is that most people don't know that that's the foundation of most loving relationships that they are having. That's the foundation. Something years ago, a long time ago, I read a book by a lady and Dr.
Okay.
The title of that book is Finding a Good Partner. Or each of them partner. So most of the ladies decided or they took permission for some of those people and use different names. Can you imagine somebody getting John? They went and used and they were, for the purpose of it so that they will not be two of you and people don't know. But when you receive some of these stories that were shared, you must discover that the major foundation I discovered that most of them were born. There was something. Maybe at times there were no findings. Just meet each other for one place and it was sat down, but they are not here, no finding how they eat. The guy is back, the lady has it before. So, and our world is becoming more difficult. So, the way they don't need to do that, and in some cases, where some of them, the people that will find it on that behalf, that will say something that are not, because, look, when I do relationship, like that tendency for you, not to say that to carry the weight of emotion. I don't know if you're speaking.
I get you.
There's nothing for you to carry away by emotions. So there will be good partners that will just switch some of them. And I tell people, better you have that talk with either as guidance, as your parents, or as your close friends that can keep things confidential. I don't know I think of it. I don't know. I admire I did it. Even after I got married, because I thought I did it. But pastor, I don't know why. Just so discover that people I don't care about those phones, I don't care about those phones.
Okay.
No, I don't tell it to you. My friend, can you give something to I don't know if it's going to introduce some of those fans, and I think them but I came up very clear. It's a book that I was thinking about some of this and got them out. Later on, that didn't disappear. So, but am I making sure? Don't discover that some modern and follow we're not just computing. They will go and compare and forget about that. They don't discover. What am I saying? No share that. So, the foundation for support and carry the emotions that were around those things.
Ada, we've overshot our time.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. So I think we're going to bring back this topic next week. Next week Thursday. What do you think?
Definitely. We're bringing it back next week Thursday because we didn't have enough time to actually let this have it or run its full course. Simply because we were speaking about Natasha Akpoti's visit yesterday. Guys, you need to go watch that video. For those of you who missed it live, it's on youtube.com/Daddy Freeze Teaches. Go and check it out. Natasha spoke so boldly and so intelligently about the travails of a woman in Nigerian politics. She spoke about what she went through. She spoke about her pain, and of course the hopes for the future regarding our women folk. So guys, make sure you check that out. Lovely hanging out with you, Ada. It's been a wonderful week on Live and Dangerous with Daddy Freeze and Ada Blessing. Ada, let me hand over to you so you can say your goodbyes, and we'll catch you guys, God willing, on Monday.
All right, thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. Hello?
Okay, so back to what we were addressing earlier on. Luckily for me, this came through today at a time like this, for a time like this. So guys, our method changes does not mean our message is changing. And you've got to also understand that there are many things that have also come to realize, whether you like it or not, whether our church is small or big. We run an online church, and we had a preaching session today that already on YouTube has about 2,100 views. Go and check it out. It's called The Gospel of Money, Cars, Houses, and Marriage. It's very deep and it's scriptural, and it might minister to you. So no matter how small this ministry is, I've learned a lot. I've learned about how to deal with people. When I first started the ministry, it was just all about, let us preach the gospel. Let's preach the gospel. I don't care about anything else. I just want to preach the gospel. I was on fire. I wanted to preach the gospel. I was passionate. I was calling out people. And do you know that there are people who actually took advantage of that? I don't want to go into it today, but there are people in my team who took advantage of that and were like, you know what? Oh, Daddy Freeze, let's do it like this, in such a way that there were some people who made money off our ministry. And I just didn't care. I wasn't bothered. I just faced the gospel. So I've come to realize that there's a lot inside the gospel that we people don't understand. There was a message I preached. I said 80% of the problem in church is not the pastor, it's the people. The pastor is 20% of the problem. And half the time, somebody saying, now only me go chop. I work very hard. I don't need to eat church money. And how much money does the Free Nation Church have when we don't collect tithe, offering, seed? Do you know, between January and May, nothing came in for me personally or for the running of the ministry between January and May. My birthday was in May, so I got some gifts in May. But between January and May, nothing came in. And every day, we're having our live sessions. We're doing our charity works. I'm paying for data. I'm running, and I never asked. I never asked. Somebody's asking me how much of the percentage you contribute. We are here to wake the people up and also correct the pastors who were themselves led astray and are leading people astray, consciously and unconsciously. So it's very easy. And that is when I saw that, when I had that insight, I realized that the people who are fighting pastors, that's when I had a turnaround. The people who are fighting pastors are not fighting the people who are themselves making the pastors go. Yes, I know pastors too can be trickish. They can drop subliminal messages that can sometimes control the minds of their congregations. But first of all, nobody can control my mind because I refuse to be in a position of ignorance. I know my rights as a Christian. I understand my scriptures as a Christian. I have taken my time out to study. So no one can use scripture to cheat me. Nobody. Even if an angel tries to manipulate me, as long as I know the scriptures and I know what I feel in my spirit, because I'm worshiping God in spirit and in truth, even an angel cannot manipulate me. This incident that happened, is sad that it happened now at a time when we had for a long time stopped criticizing pastors. There are people in my Free Nation circle who would tell you that I've even fought some of my closest friends over criticizing pastors. Now look, let's leave these pastors alone and face our own ministry. So we have a lot to teach. One of my biggest frustrations is I'm going around in circles. I call it the animal farm chickens syndrome. The chickens learn ABC, but they can't learn beyond ABC, because if you teach them A, B, C, D, E, F, if you teach them D, E, F, they'll forget ABC. So if you go back again to teach them ABC, they'll now forget D, E, F. So they cannot learn beyond ABC at any point in time. If you attempt to teach them anything more, they'll forget what they were learning before. They'll lose the understanding. So I have a lot of frustration trying to pull people out of that animal farm chicken syndrome where they can't go beyond the ABC of the gospel. Because the gospel still reaches Z, and we are only on ABC, struggling to move to DEF, and then being pulled back to ABC at every given point. And that has been my greatest frustration for about a year plus. Also, there are people who have been duped by pastors, or who pastors have been wicked to one way or the other, and cannot fight them, so they are looking for someone to fight them. I'm sorry, I'm not that person. I'm here to correct doctrinal errors of doctrine. If you say something that I don't believe is in the scriptures or is not in alliance with the scriptural truth, I will address it. But I'm not here to fight. If pastors say you should bring 2 million, let them pray for you, and you carry the 2 million, why am I fighting the pastor? No be you, mumu. No be you, mumu. There is a cane for the mumu. Let me give you an example. It's like MMM, when MMM first came out. Bring your money, we will give you double the money, or I don't remember what it was. And everybody was shouting at MMM, did their wickedness, MMM closed on their head, MMM did this, MMM did that. My answer was, why are you blaming MMM? Which business are you going to do in your life that you double your money in a month? Tell me which business you are going to do in your life that will double. What business? What is, as in Nigeria today, it's not like you went to buy something and are selling it and are making 100% profit on it. That there's actually a business you can do is oil and gas, or is, I remember those businesses of those days. I don't know if it was Prospecto or something like that. There was one that I invested my money in. You invest 450,000 and you get 40,000 every month. Who remembers that business? And they said they were doing oil and gas. I sat there, I was thinking about how much money is there in oil and gas that they'll be giving you 10% of your investment every month. So in 10 months, you get 100% of your investment. Now, so it take easy. So you that are believing this thing are as guilty as whoever's selling the thing. So if somebody says, bring money, I'll pray for you, get that contract, and you give them money and you don't get the contract, you shouldn't be angry. You should know by yourself that you have a mouth. Now, if you go and meet a pastor and he prays for you and you decide to give him a gift, like for instance now, somebody comes to meet me and says, Daddy Freeze, I'm chasing a contract. I want to build a refinery. And I say, okay, let me lay my hands on you. And I pray for you. And the Spirit leads me to pray for you. And then you now get the contract. And you make your first $1 million. And you now decide that out of this $1 million, I want to dash Daddy Freeze $200,000 or $100,000 or $10,000 or $5,000. That's your prerogative. There are people like that who believe that, okay, our pastors have, or their pastors have prayed for them or just helped them at a time of need, and then they fell into some money or fell into some good fortune and then decide to give gifts to their pastors. There's nothing wrong with that. But that you actually go, somebody tells you, buy our water, buy our oil, buy our candle, then give us 50,000 naira consultation fee, and then when they now consult with you, you give you the water, give you the candle, and they now say, okay, for this prayer to be answered, bring 1 million naira, and you give them 1 million naira, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself. So you also have to remember that 2 Timothy chapter 4 from verse 1 to 4 clearly tells us that it is the people who look for preachers who preach what their itchy ears want to hear. Somebody came the other time, we had about 50 people listening on YouTube at that point, and the person was like, church with only 50 people. If I came here and was preaching that thing you want to hear, everywhere will be filled with thousands of people. As long as I'm not preaching that thing you want to hear, I'll be looking like John the Baptist and you'll be sounding like Herod's wife, Herodias. You will not want to listen to me because I will be annoying you with the truth. So you also have to fix yourself. Instead of waiting for a pastor to fix himself or for Daddy Freeze to help you attack the pastor for not fixing you, have you fixed yourself? How much of the deep gospel truth, how much of the deep spiritual revelations and scriptural revelations that I have brought to the limelight have you bothered to even accept or cross-check? That's your job. My Yoruba people in Ibadan say, Afa for Fatia Nuelo Mi Loju. What does it mean? You know, the Muslims, they have a prayer called Fatia. So when you go and meet the Afa, for instance, and the Afa says, okay, let's say Fatia, he does his hand like this. And everybody recites the Fatia, Bismillah, Rahmani, Rahim, Ara. When they are done, everybody now takes his hand and rubs his face. You've seen them. So that hand of Fatia, Afa cannot finish saying Fatia for you and then carry the hand and rub your face. Now you go rub your own face with your own hand. So if I've said Fatia for you and you're now waiting for me to carry my hand and come and rub your face, now they waste your time. So there is your position, your job. They've said the Fatia for you. You have recited it. You now take your hand and rub your own face instead of waiting for me to also come and rub your face for you. It's like marrying a wife for you and then helping you conceive your children. I have done my bit. I've married your wife. The rest, the remaining part of the responsibility lies on your head. So this is what I want to say, and I want you guys to understand it. There's a new era we're in. It's an era of truth. Christ did not enter, John chapter 2 did not happen every week. Christ did not enter the temple on a Monday with a cane, went back there on a Tuesday with another cane, went back there again on Wednesday with a cane, Thursday with a cane, Friday with it happened once. Or it happened for a season. That is not all of ministry. Ministry is not all confrontation. Ministry is not all Matthew chapter 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. No. Ministry also involves sitting down with the Pharisees and having dinner. Ministry also involves healing their children, like Darius. So you've got to understand that the gospel is dynamic. Let us not be enraptured with the prospects of having so much fun fighting for the gospel and forgetting that the gospel is meant to be preached, not to be fought, is meant to be preached. Whether you like it or not, we have a global audience now. This is the time to submit our message. There are many people who refuse to listen to us simply because we fought their GOs or their head pastors or their they just don't want to hear anything coming out of our mouths because we're fighting their pastors. Have you ever thought of that before? Don't you think that any soul that God gave me to preach to but refused to listen to me because of my behavior to their pastor, you think God will not ask me a question for it? When I started talking to Apostle Suleiman, I started meeting pastors. I'll say, oh, wow, okay, let me hear you say this thing. Okay, this is what you think. Let me pray over it. Before, it was we on the outside, church people on the inside, nobody was listening to anybody. So, we need to work this together. I want to be preaching my sermons. I pray to be able to do 5 sermons a week. That's my target. But unfortunately, this week we've only done 1, and I won't be able to do more than another 2, maybe 1 tomorrow and 1 on Saturday maximum, if God gives me the grace. And of course, our Sunday morning service at 10:30 a.m. across all platforms. But from next week, we would be preaching 5 sermons a week. God give us the grace. It's refreshing to be able to discuss the scriptures and from another perspective that many people are not used to. So please make sure you join us. We're live on Facebook. That is Daddy Freeze Teaches on Facebook. On YouTube, it's also Daddy Freeze Teaches. And on Instagram is my handle, Daddy Freeze. So I'm going to take 1 question from YouTube, 1 question from Instagram, and 1 question from Facebook. So, let me take your questions very quickly. Instagram first. Quick questions. Hello, Daddy Freeze. I know you brought Natasha on your platform. Can you do the same for Showore? Showore has come on my platform more than once. Okay, Showore has come on my platform more than once. Okay. Can I get Showore to be interviewed? I'm not sure at this point, but I've interviewed him before. I'll reach out to his people and see what can be done. What is it like being Daddy Freeze? Very stressful. Okay, somebody said he sent me a DM. All right, I'll check that out. If it is in line with this, I'll respond to it. If it is not, I'm sorry. If you're asking for a favor, I'm sorry, I might not be able to help you at this time. One thing I learned, one thing ministry taught me is how to say no. Because you will be consumed. Vinitech Limited. Okay, I've not seen anything from you. Say something again now so I can check that out. News Press Stall, greetings from Japan. Greetings to you too. Okay. I'm not seeing you. It's really urgent. Like I said, if it has anything to do with finances, let me just tell you publicly, I'm sorry I can't help you. Greetings from Cameroon. I see you too. So please, everybody comes here. Have you bothered to find out whether I need help? Have you bothered to find out whether I need... Let me just check. Vintech Limited. Hold on, guys. What did I say? Assistance. You are in the middle of your crisis and you want me to help you in any little way I can. I'm sorry. No. We already have charities that we're committed to. We already have many things that we're trying to do. Who told you that even me right now, if I get somebody to send me something, I'll not be happy? You always are very quick to come and ask. And it worries me. Is it because this is a church that does not take? Is it because this is a church that does not take? We don't demand tithe or seed or offering before we get anything done? Is that why you think that we also don't have needs to the point where I knew that it was going to be, come and help us. Always is. Please, I need your help. Please, do you know how many please, I need your helps I get? Now, when you're someone who's been with us for a while, for instance, someone who, let me give you an example. One of our members who's been with us for a while, he bought a car, a Toyota Camry, and has been using it for Uber and has been able to pay it off fully. So he called me. He had issues at one point. We're able to help him out. He's also been there for us and also helped out in his own capacity. I don't want to mention his name. Today he sent me a message. He said he has finished paying off for his car. The car now belongs to him fully. I was happy. Now, if that kind of person calls me aside, when he called me, I said, Hafiz, I had this with my car, I had problem with my car. I rallied around one or two people, sent him money to sort him out. You know, I'm even glad that he's listening here, but I'm just not going to mention his name. I want to block somebody. Somebody said I should go and sit down. I'm sitting down. Is your eye paining you? Do you understand? Someone like that will not come and meet us with a genuine concern, and we will not help. So, but when you just come, the first time I'm seeing you ever in my life, go and check your DM. I intentionally wanted to check that DM to see what they are going to say. Beg, help us. I need your help. It's urgent. Meanwhile, if you go to church, Now you go still drop money, give them inside your urgency. So I'm not angry with you, sir. I'm not blocking you. Did not say anything rude. I'm just trying to tell you that that mentality is wrong. If someone like, what's her name, Nneka Spiff, says she needs something, I'll hear her out. I'll call her one-on-one. My sister, what is really going on? Because I've seen you come on, you've been with us, you've worked with us, you've cared about us, not just what you can get. Because let me tell you, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. If I don't give you any money, I'm not going to look poorer to people. I'm not going to look richer to people. I'm not going to feel better or worse with myself. Our boys, Esther Moruyi. If Esther Moruyi can call me now and says, Daddy Freeze, I'll give you my attention. Or Posh Mama, or anybody else. I would listen to you if I know you, if I've known. And one thing I do is I try as much as possible to relate with Free Nation members and to relate with our followers. DJ Bigen, always here, always supporting us, amazing guy. Big shout out to you, proud of you, bro. You've done so well. So if you're part of the family, even DJ Bigen, if he reaches out to me and says, bro, I can do it, I would do it. But I don't know you from anywhere. The first thing is, I need your help urgently. Do I know how many celebs you've sent I need your help urgently to? There was one woman I helped one time. She just jumped on my page. She has twins. Her twins are hungry. Her twins have not eaten. Oh, the God, where? That's how my heart went to move. I went to dash her something. Luckily for me, it was not something big. I just dashed her. The next day, as God will have it done, Jazzy posted something on his page. And because I'm following him, it was on my timeline. So I was like, wow, this looks funny. So I now read a few of the comments. I saw her exact message. I need 20K urgently. Do you know that after that, I've seen her ask for that same 20K, all I need. Then you see someone ask you for 300 naira. They have 700 naira in their account. All they need is 300 naira so they can pull out the 1K. By the time 10 people send them 300 naira, it's 3K. Laddie said that woman is still online begging. On my page, I have restricted her. So I see her regularly, but nobody else sees her. Only she will be typing and believing people are seeing her. No, you can't even advertise on my page. You want to advertise on my page, I will charge you a fee. So even in the comment section, people will just go there. My name is Engineer so and so I installed DSTV. Restrict. The topic is, have you been in a relationship before? And all these people will come out and be abusing us puppy. Restrict. I have people who are so wonderful who would come and say, Daddy Freeze, you know what? Help me with this. And you would help them with that. And a month or two later, they'll send you a gift. And you'll be happy that, okay, wow, this is somebody who actually cares. Even if with or without the gift, I'll still have helped. I have followers who, if they call me, if I see their missed call, I will not be okay until I call them back to check them and make sure they're all right. So let's keep that at the back of your minds. Before you ask someone, you see Davido, you think everything is rosy. And the first thing you do is, Baba, bless me. There's a way they say it, show me love. Show me love. DJ Big L said he has a wonderful story. Okay, let's end with DJ. If he's still here, DJ Big L, just say hi so I can pin you and we'll end with your story. But I need to get this off my chest. Okay. Do you understand? So Vintech, I'm not angry with you. I'm not angry with you, but just and not for you to also understand. We have members who, let me give you an example. We have a member who was having problem with her husband. She needed to run away from where she was because the husband was beating her and all sorts of stuff. She reached out to me. I said, you know what? Just calm down. Give me a time frame. I will raise house rent money for you in Lagos. Now we're able to raise a house rent money. When she was ready, said, okay, now I'm ready to move. She moved with her kids. Then one day, I knew that she moved with her kids and she was going to be broke. Somebody just called me up and said, Daddy Freeze, my spirit said I should give you 200K. I said, okay. That particular time, I was buoyant. I didn't need any money. So I said, okay, instead of giving me this money, let me send you an account number. Pay this money into that account. So instead of giving me the gift, he ended up giving that lady the gift. And imagine, she just paid her rent. Yes, she has a house, but she doesn't have furniture inside. She's struggling with her kids, trying to get a job and all that. And you just get a gift of 200K. Those are the kind of things we do for our members. That gift was meant for me. But at that particular time, I didn't need 200K. Don't try it now. That particular time, I didn't need it, and I felt she needed it more. And I'm glad that I passed it over to her. There are many times when people have given me gifts, and I said, you know what, let this other person have it, or let this family member have it. Only me cannot eat everything. And guess what? What was there to eat inside church that we don't collect tithe and first fruits? So please, guys, if you're coming on, I beg you, I'm emphasizing on this, don't always come with a problem. Sometimes come with your own gift. Let it not always be, and Daddy Freeze, my leg is broken. Daddy Freeze, me too, I have leg, me too, I have teeth. And Daddy Freeze. So I think I've addressed that. What does send your Aza mean? Okay, so I think I've done. Let me bring DJ Big N up. DJ Big N is going to end today. Pin your Aza. What is Aza? Sorry, guys. I don't know what Aza be. Make una teach me. Pin your Aza. What is Aza? I don't know. Daddy Freeze, that's in the spirit of account. Oh, how did bank account number become Aza? Sorry, guys. Sorry, I just want to know, how did bank account number become Aza? Do you know that everybody knows, even on Facebook? Wow, where was I? I know account. I know account. Now run stock. Aza means account. I don't learn one thing today. Okay. For those of you, okay, street slang. Aza means account number. It's a cool way of saying it. All right, all right, all right. Let me pin it then. Let me just call it. Before people say, that the free is collecting tithe and offering. Now, person suggests to. I almost say as people, they laugh me. Chai. But too much Bible don't empty my head. Okay, that's Peruzzi vibes. Okay, 100. Someone should pin it for me, please. 100 131 7326 Zenith Bank. I think I've tried. Baba, they say make I send you. Okay, I don't learn them now. Thank you very much, everybody. Azaman. For the G boys, Baba. Okay, make you send it. Okay. All right. So Zenith Bank 100 131 7326. You missed it wrong. 100 131 7326. Yes, you got it. Wow, people have Brother Shupo. Zenith Bank. Brother Shupo, that was very quick of you. Let me pin it from you. So let me call DJ Big N up and let's end it. Now, that guy who started all this drama, what's his name? Don't worry. Whatever comes in, I'll send you the tithe. So I'll pay tithe to you. What's his name again? Vincent? Is that you? Vincent, say something. Oh. Vincent, say something so I know what your name is. Where is that Vincent guy? He has to collect tithe. So if 5K comes in, you collect 500 naira. Let's do it like that, since now your matter starts the whole drama. Oh yeah, where are you? Vintech Limited. Okay. So Vintech, send a message and don't go and be begging people up and down again. No. Let me look for. Okay. Vintech. Sorry guys, let me hook up with Vintech. So Vintech Limited. All right, I'm following you back. No do beggy again. So God just answer your prayer now. When I come next month, next time, I should be announcing that I've paid you your tithe. Okay, so that is it. Let me bring Vintech, say I'm here. You don't hear money. Okay, Abdul says, respond quickly. I need your phone number. What do you need my phone number, sir, for? Abdul Sanko, please tell me, because if I give my phone number out to everybody, I'll be dead. Somebody say you go still do them, I'm sure. Vincent, next time you want to do it again, your hand will shock you. Your finger will have paralysis. You have paralysis of finger. Next time you want to type, beggy type. So thanks a lot, everyone. Sometimes it's not just calling to beg, which is all I hear. Oh, Daddy Freeze, my head is paining me, my leg is paining me. Sometimes also call and ask, Daddy Freeze, how are you? Do you need anything? That's what my mom always does. My mom calls me and says, do you need anything? Do you need any money? I'm like, Mommy, I'm not a baby, I'm fine. But I appreciate it that she always asks. I never collect money from my mom, never. But my mom will still find a cunning way. She just cares. She's just a caring person. She'll just find a cunning way of sending you something because she just wants you to be happy. No, I know that people are going through a lot. Jokes aside, people are suffering. However, also consider the person that you're running to all the time. Horse to the tire. So let me just bring in DJ Big N. We've had so much fun today. DJ Big N, where are you? I can't see you again, no. DJ Big N, Torpizzle, Asmanig. See you there. Neka Spiff, I spoke about you. I don't know if you. Oh boy, DJ Big N, don't disappear. Oh. Hey, yeah, found him, bringing him live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we end with DJ Big N. It's been a wonderful day.
Daddy Free.
Yo, DJ Big N.
Daddy, what's up, man?
How you doing? This relaxing is cool. That's how I used to relax before, until people were complaining that if you just be relaxing. Come and sit down, Joe.
Oh, relax. relax. Don't be wicked, Jesus. We go relax.
Happy.
We go relax.
So, bro, you said you've been in a
See,
love triangle before. Tell us this your gist.
no, it's very short. There was wondering why they said call me, call me. It's very short. You know when Harry Song said, even your boo, get a boo.
Get a boo.
It's like that. It's very, very, it's like that. That song is apt. You know, I met somebody, this is almost more than 10 years ago. You fell in love with this person introduced you to one guy. There's one guy that is always in the picture. But the guy now reminds me of me. In terms of looks, in terms of physique at that time. You know? Then you say, this guy's your cousin, that's your cousin. And I realized that every time you introduced me to the guy, it was like, it wasn't a straight introduction as me being your guy. So it was only twice I met him, right? All of a sudden, you say he's your cousin. But even the way you say he's your cousin, he never heard that. So anytime I want to hail the guy, I'm like, hey, Kozo. He looked at me like, why am I always calling him Kozo? Well, he never minded, right? Only for me to fast forward 6 months later, I did inside room. The girl is in the bathroom. Her phone is ringing, and I'm hearing, as ringtone. And if you remember back then, right, those Blackberries back then, they used to have like thumbnails.
Yes.
Like little pictures of that you could attach to phone numbers.
Yeah.
Right? So I said, let me check if it's me that is calling, because that song is a very sweet romantic song. So I noticed that it's not me that is calling, and I checked the phone and I saw my life calling ... You know, to give you that ... I say, normal bathing time is 15 minutes. Babe was in the bathroom for like an hour because she has heard that the phone is ringing. So I shouted, I say, babe, your life is calling you. You know? Babe did not come outside for 1 hour. He came outside, I said, I'll take your phone. Babe slammed the phone on the wall, say, why that, what's that? That's a cousin, blah, blah, blah. I says, okay. So the guy now called me like an hour after that. He now said, hold up, what's going on here? I said, we're sharing the same you know? So who is the cheater? Who is the cheatee? Yeah? So now the problem is, I didn't know, because I was the second. I thought I was the first, right? So he's not like, no. He's been dating this person since February. Mine was in like August or September. So I was like, hold on. So that time I met you, that she said she was your cousin, he was like, I don't understand why you call me Kozo. I thought you were calling me Puzo. I thought it was like a slang. I didn't know why. So me and this guy having a gist for 30 minutes. He says, but the girl said that no, that you're not her boyfriend. That you guys are close. You guys do. I said, well, she's in my house right now, so I don't understand what kind of closeness we can be having. That she's in my house and she's not in your house. He said, don't bother. She's in Benin or something. I said, I don't live in Benin. She's in Lagos with me right here. So all I'm saying is that I've come to expect the worst in many relationships and hope for the best. But always remember,
let me confess to you,
even your boo, get a boo. If not, it will end in premium tears.
Let me confess to you. Me and one of my friends who was a DJ, we worked at the same radio station. That's how one day I met this girl, very fine girl. So I chiked her up, and sorry, that's old school slang. Toasted her. So one day I called her up, and she told me, she's not feeling too well, that I should give her a shout out on the radio. So I gave her a shout out on the radio. And as I was giving her a shout out, I noticed that my DJ that was playing then came up to me and said, come, you sabi this girl? I said, I sabi am now. Describe the girl. I described the girl, reach her house. He said, that he knows the girl. That is his girlfriend. I said, no, it's my girlfriend. Now, luckily for me, I wasn't in love and neither was he. So after shouting a bit, we now sat and said, come, let's not spoil this thing for ourselves. Just let me know when you want to go and meet her.
Let's arrange our timetable.
So we just arranged timetable neatly. Some days I go just tell the guy, say, Baba, they go see this babe today. Oh. The guy say, no, but I don't tell her, say, they come. Okay, no problem. So me, I will go see him for Wednesday. Do you know, we played this girl like this until we both got tired.
That's so.
We played the girl till we got tired. And here's what I want you ladies to know. You don't think that you are sharp. Many of you have lost your husbands trying to be sharp and trying to collect BlackBerry or champagne from one guy or the other. In the process, you have entertained your husbands and moved, and then tomorrow you are in church kneeling down, tying scarf, crying that husband has passed you by. When you drank champagne from the husband.
Right.
You know? Thank you so much, bro. You capped. Yeah?
Let me go.
Okay.
In 2006, I came back from London, right?
Yeah.
From holiday, and you know these babes that for some reason I just attract the same kind of girls back then. Fine, like proper set chick. Now, there was a karaoke back in VIA. I don't know if you remember it back then in Club Towers. So I started dating this girl. I wasn't in love then, but I started dating her. And she was all that. I like the fact that she was trophy. She was a trophy babe. You enter any club, men they turn head. I like that, right? So she was staying with me, and next day she said, that she wants to go and see her friend in VGC. I was staying in Sulu at that time. She wants to see her friend in VGC. So she couldn't drive. So she couldn't drive my car. So she always had this cab guy. The same cab. Back then, girls, I don't know if they still do it now. Girls used to have a certain cab guy that they used to trot them out. Next thing, she went out, but me, I told her, myself, I wanted to guy man. I told her I was traveling to Abuja, but me, I didn't travel to Abuja. I like the fact that she gave me space so me so I can play and whatnot. All of a sudden, the next 2 days, her friend now came and said, I caught her friend calling her on the phone saying, how will you allow them rape you? That he's dead. I didn't understand what that meant. I was like, when I heard rape, my mind got very scared. I was like, they rape your babe. What's going on? So I needed to be. Hey, we bang. So I now called the cab guy. Yeah, I said, because as a detective that you are, right? You need to be very, very smart. So I called the route where it started from. Now you come carry this babe from my house. Where did you carry her to? He said, that she went to VI. Now I said, you didn't go to Aja. She said, no, that they went to VI. I said, okay, so when you dropped her VI, was that it? She said, no, that he was with her till the next morning. I said, okay, so did you go to Aja from VI? He said, no, that she slept outside the hotel or the house or something till the next morning around that kind of 5 a.m. before he brought her back to the house. So I now called this guy. I said, you said you were going to Aja. She said, no, that she went to Aja, that it was something. So I said, who raped you? She said, how did I know that this is one guy? I said, this one you're talking like this is long thing. First of all, let's go and first of all cut somebody's head. I was like, how dare that? She just said, oh, no, no worry, no, that she doesn't want to relive it. I said, this one you're speaking of, I understand how rape is delicate, blah, blah, blah. I said, but me, I'm about to go and kill somebody first. Then we'll talk about it later. Do you know that when I found out the guy who supposedly raped her, it was her ex-boyfriend, Well, not even ex, maybe they were still dating. Now, the guy says, that they record it. I said, what does that mean? He said, that yesterday night, that they always record it, that they enjoy recording it. So that even opened me to a certain character of a girlfriend I never even knew that I had. So you people record yourself having sex. Okay, I said, so was there a rape or not? He said, what do you mean by rape? That you rape somebody 3 times in the night and the person will still leave and kiss the person goodbye. I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The guy said, that I should ask, well, I don't want to call her name. I should ask another of her friend that day that she even called another friend. So there were 2 with the guy. I said, so what you're telling me now is that a girl left my go and do threesome.
Hey.
To go and do a threesome. But she said it was rape. So they were planning to say that it was rape to the guy. Because the guy is very rich. They were planning to say it was rape to the guy to even bill the guy and put him into trouble. 2006. I say it is what it is. I've not seen anything yet. So I'm very careful. You see, women, I read them like this. But if a woman wants to carry your matter on her head,
women, I'm begging you, don't carry our matter on your head, ooh.
So I'm just saying I should let you people and let your followers know, right? That sometimes devil they learn work. Women, man they cheat, man they go outside. I can't remember the babe the next day. A woman, 12 years, 1 month, 1 day, 2 hours, she'll get you back.
I'm telling you.
That's what I have to say for this.
I'm telling you. Thank you so much, DJ Big N. That was awesome. Oh boy, if you don't learn anything today, you don't feel learn ever.
Wise figures, you don't be wise for anyway.
I'm telling you, wise up, wise up. Luckily for the guy, he had a recording. But should I advise people to record? I don't even know.
They had like 6 or 12. It's something they do. So that made me understand that maybe myself, I wasn't even freaky enough for her. Or maybe I was too gentle, or maybe I'm not, I said, so this guy likes this girl. Says, I didn't know.
All right, bless you, bro. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's end it here. Thank you so much. It was wonderful hanging out with you. A lovely way to end the week. Tomorrow we're back with our scripture sermons. Please, guys, sexual immorality is bad. It's one of the things that can disqualify you from making heaven. Always keep that at the back of your mind. Please be careful. Sexual immorality is not good. It's not like we've not done it before in the past. We've asked for forgiveness, and that was many years ago. We have turned a new leaf, and I hope you turn a new leaf too, so you don't miss your own heaven. I'll be on tomorrow by about 5. I'm hoping for 5. So that should work out. Take care. God bless you. Thank you, DJ Big N. You brought the life to the party, and we all learned something. So learn not to trust anyone on face value. Trust must be earned. It's not an automatic gift. It is something you earn. Take care of yourselves, and good night. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you, Brother Ashupa, for typing my Aza, if that's what you call it. Neka Spiff, Torpizzle, all of you, take care and God bless you. Someone said, I go turn over a new leaf after I reach you. What in case you don't make it? It's better to turn over a new leaf now that you have the opportunity to, and ask the Holy Spirit to guide you. Sexual immorality is very bad, though. It can disqualify you from entering heaven, oh. Make a preacher make you hear, oh. Run from sexual immorality because it is a sin against your own body. I don't talk my own finish. Of course, if you are married to someone or you are in a very committed relationship that is headed for marriage, then things can be different. But you and your friend go and meet a guy, and then you people record movie. I'm not with you people. Please, don't miss your heaven. Revelation chapter 22, verse 15. Outside the gate are all those kind of people. Just be careful. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. And check out your smile when DJ. I like gist. I like gist. I don't work on the radio for nothing. What do you think I come and do on the radio? Give you gist. Bye, guys. Take care.